So, the chapter which we are going to learn today is our environment, chapter number 17, biology. Environment literally means everything in our surrounding. How do you define our environment? Our environment includes the physical, that is the non-living or the abiotic, and biotic living component which influence each other, including ourselves. It also provides us all the material required for our survival and the comfort. So, how we are going to define environment? Environment di kay akoy gi akoy da phangi ba loina bak se akoy da kay gawi environment haina kawi ba. Either it may be biotic or living component, or different type of the plant, different type of the animal which is found in our surrounding, or the environment can also be non-living or the abiotic component. This component, whether it is biotic or the abiotic components, help in the survival of each other. So, not only this, the environment also provides us material required for our survival and the comfort. So, from the trees we get the wood, and that wood is used for various purposes. Not only this, the plant also provides us the oxygen, and in return we give the carbon dioxide. Not only this, the animal also provide us leather, meat, and the different type of the food items. So, whatever the component, akogi environment the pangiba component, whether it is a living or non-living component, help us or provide us material for our survival and for our comfort. Comfort di yam nungay na hingbat laybado. The growth of the human populations increases in demand for the food, water, shelter, electricity, roads, automobiles. Automobiles means various type of the vehicles and the numerous other commodities. These demands exert a tremendous pressure on our natural resources and bring about undesirable changes in the physical, chemical, and the biological characteristic of our environment. So what happens is that human population di no magi hengalaiba aduga hengalapagi changa det ki chang de yemba kanda kadu hengalagli ba changs na yang wangi ba det ki chang di yam ne meba. So what happened is there is increase in the populations of the human being. Ako human being ki population hengalai kadu ako food and other car or various type of the materials and darka electricity and darka or automobiles and darka or road and darka or area darka or bakadonte yum sana by the magta industry lingat na by the magta. So in order to meet all the demand of the increasing human populations, what happened is that we started exerting the natural resources. Ako na kadawi nasagi road sana by the magta yum sana na the magta kadawi food different type of the food item thana by the magta kadawi kogi environment lairiba kadawi forest area gara atopo area gara kakthal eba forest amakathapa ganda kadawi we different type of the animal gi shelter khona kadawi manghan bagumba neba oxygen gi chang handa kani sabagi chang hengalakani ingbagi changshu hengalakni ba aduna kadawi as there is increase in the human population, we started degrading our environment, and as such it caused physical, chemical, and as such it led to the changes in the physical, chemical, and the biological characteristic of our environment. The need of the hour is to check the degradations and the depletions of the precious natural resources and undesirable change of our environment without halting the process of the development. We all know that we want development. So, in order to develop, it is not necessary that we have to harm the environment. For example, if we want to construct any industry or the factory, we should first try to figure out the area. Once we figure out the area, if we cut some part of the forest or some area, or if we want to use some area of the land, what we have to do, we have to find another area so that we can substitute the tree which has been cut. In this way, we can control the change in the environment. So it is the high time to check the degradation and depletions of the natural resources. In order to control environment degradations, the government of India passed the Environment Protection Act 1986. So in 1996, the government of India had passed a act. What happens if we bury different materials in the soil? A lot of the materials in the form of the solid waste or the sewage are the liquid form though. A lot of the materials in the form of the solid waste and the sewage, liquid form of the waste, are added to the environment due to our daily activities. Everyday activity, different type of the waste, either from the kitchens or either from somewhere. This waste, which may be either solid or liquid, we throw it to the environment or we add it to the environment. It is beyond the capacity of the nature to degrade many of these. This material create a great problems in our natural environment if they are not properly managed. So, our soil contain different type, or in our soil different type of the microorganisms as well as earthworm or the redworm lives. Akoy kadui soil the different type of the microorganism hingeba or redworm gumba earthworm gumba disu hingeba. So different type of the microorganisms or the different types of the worms which is living in our soil help in the degradations of this solid waste and the liquid waste. Adubu kadui organism na kadui degrade tawba ngambagi kadui moiju limited amaleba. If we throw so much of the waste in our environment, ako na kadui mayam kadui hunchi edi ako gi environment kadui ngasagi limit to cross tawda kadui, it is impossible for the material to be degraded. As such, it causes a lot of the problems in our environment. No, the waste which we are throwing to our environment may produce false smell. False smell dinamtiba. Not only this, it also produces different type of the gases. As such, it will happen. It will affect the human being and it will affect our environment. The food we eat is digested by the various enzymes in our body. In the chapter 15, we have learned that different type of the enzymes help in the digestion of the different type of the food. For example, amylase convert the carbohydrate into sugar, lipids convert the fat into fatty acid and the glycerol. Various enzymatic activity are also taking place in the degradation of this waste material. Enzymes are specific in the actions. Specific enzymes are needed for the breakdown of the particular substance. Like, life process like in the life process, we have seen that different type of the enzymes help in the digestion of different food material. For example, amylase na carbohydrate or simple sugar onto lipids na fat or fatty acid and glycerol onto eba. Nucleus na nucleic acid or nucleotide onto eba. Like that, different type of the waste material which we are throwing in the environment is also degraded by the different type of the enzyme. Enzymes are specific in their action. Specific enzymes are needed for the breakdown of the particular substance. Organic materials are easily broken down into the nature. Organic material means onion peel gumba, potato peel gumba, different waste material coming out from the kitchen. They are easily break down in the nature. Nature de kete mudi ilalay na break taweba. Whereas man-made material like plastic are not easily acted upon by the microorganism. We know that the soil, in the soil, different type of microorganisms and the worms are live. They help in the digestions of the or degradations of the waste material. This waste material like organic material can be easily degraded by the microorganism present in the soil, but plastic, rubber, bottle, which are made by the human being, are not easily broken down or degraded by the organic matter, microorganisms. They are slowly broken down by the physical process like heat and the pressure. So the man-made material can only be degraded with the help of the heat and the pressure. Substances that can be broken down naturally into the harmless product are called biodegradable substances. So those substances which can be easily broken down naturally are called biological substances. Substances which cannot be easily broken down into the harmless product through biological process. Through biological process means with the help of the various microorganisms or by the act of the different enzymes are called non-biodegradable substance. So, for the degradations of non-biodegradable substance, we have to give heat and the pressure. And when we give heat and the pressure, for example, if we burn plastic, they produce toxic gases to our environment, and they also produce false smell. Namthiba smell putoiba. They also produce false smell to our environment. As such, they harm our environment. Let's see some of the various waste products and their mode of disposal in the various part of the Manipur. In figure number 17.1, we see the various form of the solid waste collected from an area of the Imphal, the capital city of the Manipur. Make a list of the biodegradable substance and the non-biodegradable substance present. So in the figure number 17.1, we see various type of the waste material. So we see non-biodegradable substance like plastic, tin, bulb, can also, and we also see various type of the biodegradable substance like onion peel and the different type of the product. Facilities for the effective collection and disposal of the waste are not very much inadequate in all the town, resulting in the large proportion of this remaining uncollected. There is no specific landfill site for the disposal. As a result, the waste is dumped at unspecified place in the unscientific manner. So what happened? The municipal corporations have to collect the waste material from every household, but sometimes they do not work properly or they do not come at the time. As such, it results in the not collections of the waste material from the household. Not only this, in the Manipur, there is no specific site for the disposal of this waste material. Ako di ka waste material huntong na ba jaga tongana laiteba. As a result, whatever the waste material which is collected from the household is dumped somewhere. Ako na kadang mapam jaga ameta dadum hunchi eba. The average output of the waste is about 120 tons per day in the Imphal city. So in the Imphal city, around 120 tons of the waste materials are thrown to the environment. Most of these waste material are dumped into the Naga and the Nambu River, while some portion are disposed at the landfill and the other low-lying area. We know, ako na Imphal do di kadoy waste materials do lang thong na ba kadoy proper area, proper land site, amalaitam ni kadoy people started dumping the waste material into the Naga River and the Nambu. If we see the Naga River, the color of the Naga River will be black due to the disposal of the different waste material. Or sometimes it is also dumped at the Nambu River and it is also dumped at the landfill area. Characteristics of the waste material in Imphal. Component percentage. The amount which is present in the waste material. Organic waste 60%, paper 10%, plastic 5%, glass 2%, leather 1%, textile 5%, rubber 1%, wood 5%, porcelain, stone and the clay 3%, metals 1%, and the fine fractions 7%.